The sky turned red. Sirens screamed across the alien city of Velrathi Prime, once known for peace and ancient knowledge. Now fire and fear ruled the skies. Explosions echoed from the mountains as the invaders came not from above, but from below. No one expected a war. Not the alien scholars. Not the peaceful council. And certainly not the young alien girl named Zari, who stood frozen outside the Great Hall, watching the sky crack open like glass. They came through the fault line. Someone shouted behind her. Zari turned, her long, silken hair blowing in the hot wind. Her skin, a soft lavender with faint glowing lines, trembled with fear. Around her, elite guards ran in panic. Velrathi warriors trained but never tested screamed orders no one followed. In the center of it all, chained and sealed inside a pit older than the stars, slept the Guardian, a creature made from pure bioenergy, stronger than 1,000 warships, untamed, uncontrolled. For centuries it remained sealed, only released if Velrathi itself faced extinction. Today, extinction was knocking. Zari's father, High Commander Talveth, ran toward her with cuts on his face and desperation. In his eyes, "Get to the tunnels." But the Guardian, Zari began. "Forget the Guardian," Talveth shouted. "Even it won't survive this. They're not here to conquer. They're here to erase." Far above the chaos, a single human dropship broke through the atmosphere, dodging enemy fire. Its engine smoked. Its wings shook. Inside, Sergeant Cole Hunter stared at the mission brief in disbelief. "Why the hell would Command send me here? Alone?" he muttered. The screen flickered. His orders were clear. Retrieve ancient tech. Avoid local contact. Survival optional, Cole snorted. Figures. His ship slammed into the ground with a loud crash. The hull hissed. Fire bloomed behind him, but he kicked open the hatch and stepped out, armor cracked, rifle humming. And in the distance screams. Alien screams. He ran toward them. Zari barely reached the temple square when the ground split open. A massive claw, black as void and sharp as obsidian, rose from the stone pit. The Guardian was waking up. Crowds ran. Buildings collapsed. Priests screamed prayers too old to matter. And then, silence. The Guardian stood tall, 12 feet of muscle and glowing veins. Its eyes like suns. Its roar shook the stars. Chains snapped one by one. The monster turned to Zari. She froze. And just as the final chain broke, "Hey!" a voice thundered. Everyone turned. From the smoke walked a single human. Burned armor. Bloody helmet. Rifle across his back. Calm. Fearless. And very, very confused. "Okay," Cole muttered, seeing the beast. "That's not in the briefing." Zari blinked. What is he doing?" The Guardian roared again. This time it aimed at Cole. Everyone ducked. Zari screamed. Warriors ran, but Cole didn't flinch. He stepped forward. The Guardian stopped mid-charge. Cole raised his hand, palm open. "Easy, big guy." The beast lowered its head, sniffed, growled. Then it purred. The alien crowd gasped. Xari single quotes S mouth fell open. Did he just tame our Guardian? Cole blinked. I did what now? The Guardian, like a loyal beast, lowered itself to its knees before him. High Commander Talveth pushed through the crowd, stunned. Impossible. The priests dropped their staffs. Only the first blood of Velrathi can tame the Guardian. Zari whispered, "He's not even one of us." And yet the Guardian bowed to a human. To Cole. The war had only begun, but something far stranger had just awakened. Not just a beast, but a legend. The Guardian stood still. Its huge claws rested calmly on the ground, and its glowing yellow eyes watched only one being, now Cole Hunter. The alien crowd didn't move. Even the fire around the plaza seemed to quiet, afraid to break. The strange silence between beast and man. Cole, breathing slowly, kept his hand out. That's right. Easy there, big guy. The beast gave a low growl, but not angry. More like a giant cat pleased with its master. It slowly circled Cole, sniffing him like it was trying to understand what he was. Okay, Cole muttered. This is new. He glanced up. Alien faces stared at him in shock, some terrified, some in awe. And one girl with glowing lavender skin who looked like she couldn't believe her own eyes. Xari. She stood near the temple steps, heart pounding. Who was this human? And how did their sacred guardian who had crushed entire rebel armies in the past bow to him? That had never happened. Not in any record. Not in any legend. He commands it, whispered one of the temple priests. That is forbidden, shouted another. Or it is fate, said Talveth, Zari's father. He stepped forward, face grim. We must speak to the human. Minutes later, inside the cracked walls of the great hall, Cole sat on the edge of a ruined bench. He cleaned the blood off his cracked helmet while guards with strange rifles kept their weapons pointed at him. The guardian sat right outside the hall, blocking the door like a loyal pet. So, Cole said, am I under arrest or? Talveth stood at the center, arms crossed. Who are you? Sergeant Cole Hunter, Earth Command, Recon and Salvage. I was sent to this planet for a tech recovery mission. Zari stepped forward, her voice unsure. You're not here. To invade? Cole raised an eyebrow. Invade? Lady, my ship barely landed in one piece. I'm just trying to survive the week. The alien warriors shifted, glancing at each other. One whispered, he speaks boldly. Another muttered, or stupidly. Talveth turned to his daughter. Zari, speak with him. You're trained in Terran language. See if he lies. Zari hesitated, then walked closer. Cole noticed her bright markings, her alert eyes, and the way she studied him like he was a dangerous puzzle. Why did the Guardian bow to you? She asked softly. I didn't tell it to, Cole said honestly. It just happened. I've handled animals before, but nothing like that. You shouldn't be able to. The Guardian only obeys one of our bloodline or someone chosen by our ancestors. Well, maybe your ancestors have weird taste. She frowned, not sure if it was a joke or insult. Before she could respond, a thunderous sound shook the walls. Boom. Then another. Boom. The entire hall trembled. Talveth turned to the guards. Report! A scout ran in, gasping for breath. The invaders are moving toward the capital gates. We estimate 2,000 drones and some kind of war titan. Cole stood. Let me guess, your guardian can't handle it alone? The room went silent. Then Zari nodded slowly. The guardian is strong, but it needs a guide. A rider? A bond, she corrected. Mind and heart connected. But no one has ever lasted longer than a minute with it, except maybe you. Talveth looked at Cole, voice hard. We have no other option. The city will fall. Will you fight with the beast? Cole sighed. I came here to steal a box, not save a planet. Then he glanced at the giant creature outside, who growled softly like it understood everything. And at Zari, who hadn't looked away once. He picked up his helmet. Guess I'll need a saddle. Later, under the red sunset skies of Velrathi Prime, the Guardian stood ready at the edge of the city wall. Its claws dug into the stone. Its eyes glowed. On its back sat one human. Cole strapped in with makeshift armor, rifle across his back and a determined look on his face. Zari stood below, watching. Are you sure about this? Nope, he called back. But I've tamed bigger things, like my mother-in-law. She blinked, confused. What is a Never mind, Cole said. He looked forward. The enemy was coming. Thousands of robotic drones in perfect lines. Giant warwalkers with laser turrets. Dust rising like a storm cloud. The alien crowd watched from the rooftops, breath held. The Guardian growled. Its muscles tensed. Cole whispered, "Let's show them what a real monster looks like." Then he pointed forward. "Go." With a roar that shook the planet, the Guardian charged. And the war truly began. The Guardian ran like thunder. Each step crushed the ground. Its claws sparked against stone. Its roar echoed louder than the enemy's war sirens. Cole held on tight. The armor straps dug into his arms, and the Guardian's back was hot under him, like riding a volcano that refused to cool. But somehow he didn't fall. Somehow it listened. In the distance, the enemy army moved like a black wave, drones flying low, tanks rolling fast, and the war titan stomping closer with each step. Zari stood on a tall watchtower, eyes wide, hands gripping the railing. She had never seen anyone ride the Guardian. Not in real life. Not even in the old scrolls. Now it was a human doing it, and not just riding. Leading. As Cole and the Guardian charged, the first line of enemy drones. Open fire plasma rounds lit up the field. "Take them down," Cole shouted, not sure if the beast understood, but it did. The Guardian leapt, dodging midair, landing on 3 drones at once. They burst into fire. It swung its tail, 10 more crushed. Cole raised his rifle. "Let's dance, you ugly scrap heaps." He fired. The Guardian clawed. Fire and smoke filled the battlefield. The Valrathi soldiers watched from the walls in stunned silence. One warrior whispered, "He fights like he was born for it." Another nodded. "He doesn't fear the beast." "He is the beast now." Zari's voice was soft. "No, he's guiding it." They are fighting together. The enemy tried to push back. A giant metal walker marched forward, twice the size of the kid's Guardian. Its cannons glowed. It locked onto the beast. Cole saw it. Uh-oh. He pressed a button on his arm pad. "Come on, buddy, let's test those wings." The Guardian spread its glowing wings, huge, pulsing with alien energy. It jumped high. The warwalker fired. But the shots missed. In midair, Cole aimed straight at the glowing core of the walker's chest. He fired 5 shots in a line. Bang. 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 The Guardian added a tail strike as it flew past. Boom. The warwalker exploded in blue flames. Cole and the Guardian landed hard but standing. Cole grinned. "Yeah, that's how we do it on Earth," the alien crowd roared. Warriors shouted. Even Talveth, who had doubted the human, gave a rare smile. But the battle was not over. From the enemy lines, a massive shape appeared. The true war titan, a beast of metal, with 6 legs, missile pods on its back, and a glowing red eye. It was not like the others. It was designed to destroy cities. And it was coming straight for the capital. Cole saw it. His smile faded. "Okay, now that's a problem." The Guardian growled. Its claws scraped the ground. Cole leaned forward. "You with me?" The beast gave a deep growl. It was ready. "Then let's end this." Back in the Great Hall, Zari ran to her father. "We have to help him." Talveth shook his head. "That titan is beyond anything we've seen. No weapon can stop it." "But he's not just a weapon," she said. "He's a spark." Talveth looked at her. "What do you mean?" "The Guardian chose him. That means more than power. It means hope. If we stand and do nothing, we lose everything." Talveth was silent. Then finally, he nodded. "Send all forces. Back him." On the battlefield, Cole and the Guardian sprinted. Toward the Titan, missiles fired. "Jump!" Cole yelled. The Guardian launched over a crater. The missiles missed barely. They landed hard, rolling once. The Titan's main cannon locked onto them. Cole's eyes widened. Move! Too late. The red beam fired, but a shield appeared in front of them. Dozens of alien soldiers had arrived. Warriors of Valrathi, riding hoverbikes and shooting back. One carried a plasma shield that blocked the beam just long enough. Zari was among them. Cole stared. You came? She nodded. I believe in you, he grinned. Let's crush this. Fing together. As the final battle reached its peak, Cole and the Guardian charged one last time. The Titan roared. The ground shook, but Cole whispered, let's finish it. Like warriors. The Guardian leapt onto the Titan's back, claws digging into metal. Cole ran along its spine, firing at weak points. 1, 2, 3. The red eye turned. Too late. Cole dropped a small Earth-made charge into the central socket. He jumped. Boom! The Titan exploded into fire and smoke. The field went silent. Cole rolled on the ground, coughing but alive. The Guardian stood beside him, glowing and proud. The enemy army gone. The city was saved. And from the tower, Zari whispered, he didn't just tame the Guardian, he became its equal. Asterisk smoke drifted over the battlefield. Sparks flickered from broken drones. The War Titan lay in ruins, its massive body split and smoldering. Alien soldiers moved cautiously through the wreckage, making sure it was truly dead. But one figure stood untouched in the middle of the P-House. Destruction. Cole Hunter. He pulled off his cracked helmet and looked around, breathing heavy but calm. Dust covered his face. His armor was damaged, but his eyes, sharp and alive, still scanned the field like a true soldier. Beside him, the Guardian let out a soft rumble and lowered itself to rest. For the first time in hours, it was quiet. From the city gates, cheers erupted. Alien warriors raised their arms. Some even dropped to one knee. Others simply stared, unsure how to treat this strange human who had done the impossible. He tamed the Guardian. He faced the Titan. He saved Valrathi. Inside the Great Hall, Zari's hands trembled as she pressed them to her chest. She had never seen such bravery. Not from her own people. Not even from the elite. He didn't just fight. He inspired. Her father, High Commander Talveth, stood beside her, watching the human closely. I once doubted him, he admitted quietly. Now, I wonder if he's more than just a soldier. Zari nodded. He may be from another world, but today, he became one of us. Later that night, the city lit up. The fires were gone. The smoke cleared. Survivors came out of hiding. Children laughed. Bells rang. A celebration had begun. But Cole didn't join right away. He sat quietly near the Guardian, who rested by the Kadawa temple steps. He stared at the stars, deep in thought. Zari approached him, a faint glow tracing the edges of her robes. You should come inside. They want to thank you properly, Cole chuckled. Yeah, I'm not great with speeches. You don't need to say anything, she said. Your actions spoke for you. He glanced at her. You always this smooth with words? She tilted her head. You always this reckless with your life? Fair point, he replied with a grin. There was a long pause between them. Finally, Zari sat beside him. Her eyes scanned the stars too. I never imagined a human would be the one to save our people. We didn't even believe your kind existed. We exist, Cole said. We just stay out of the way. Until the universe gives us no choice. She looked at him, curious. Why did you help us? You could have run. Cole thought for a moment, then shrugged. I don't like bullies. And I sure as hell don't like seeing good people get wiped out. Zari smiled faintly. You risked everything. For strangers. He looked at her gently. Not strangers anymore. For a second, she forgot he was from another species. Another planet, another galaxy. In that moment, he felt like one of her own. Inside the great hall, Talveth stood. Before the council, they had gathered in full for the first time since the attack. One elder spoke. This human coal hunter, he fought for us, protected us. He tamed the guardian. What now? Talveth nodded slowly. He should be honored, but more than that. We must decide if he is part of Velrathi now. He's not our blood, said another. He is of our spirit, Talveth answered. I saw it, so did the guardian. The room fell silent. Then an elder stood. Let him be tested. Let the flame speak. Gasps filled the room. Zari stepped forward. That test hasn't been done in centuries. Exactly, said the elder. Only the worthy pass. If the human is what we believe, the flame will reveal it. Talveth turned to Zari. Bring him. Back at the temple, Cole blinked as he stood before a massive ancient door. This feels like a trap, he muttered. Xari gave a small laugh. It's not, it's just a trial. For what? To see if Velrathi itself accepts you. The doors creaked open. Inside, a long stone bridge stretched over a dark pit. At the end, a floating fire, golden and alive, suspended in mid-air. Cole raised an eyebrow. You want me to walk toward the floating fireball? Yes. He sighed. Of course you do. Then he stepped forward. Each step echoed. The bridge felt narrow. The flames ahead whispered with voices not of this world. They twisted and swirled, reacting to his presence. Zari and the others watched nervously. The flames brightened. Then they turned blue, a sacred color, a sign of full acceptance. The council gasped. Talveth stood. The flame has chosen. The chamber shook with cheers. Zari whispered, He's not just a guest now, he's Velrathi. The sacred flame turned blue. In Velrathi history, only one other being had been chosen by the living flame long ago, when the Guardian was first born. Now it had chosen a human. Cole stood quietly on the stone bridge, bathed in soft blue light. The golden fire circled him gently, almost as if scanning his soul. It didn't burn him. Instead, it warmed him like a long-lost memory being returned. Behind him, Zari watched in awe. He really is one of us, she whispered. Even the council elders bowed their heads. Talveth's voice echoed through the chamber. The flame speaks only once in a generation, and it has spoken in his favor. Cole turned, stepping back from the bridge. So, that's it? I passed your test? Zari walked forward with a smile. You didn't just pass it. You made history. Cole raised an eyebrow. Do I get a badge or something? She laughed softly. You get something far more valuable, trust. But Talveth's face remained serious. The flame shows us more than worth. It shows us fate. Everyone turned to him. What do you mean? Cole asked. Talveth stepped forward. The blue flame also reveals hidden paths, lost truths. We believe it may have shown you something. Cole blinked. Wait. You think it talked to me? Zari stepped closer, eyes curious. Did you see anything? Feel anything unusual? Cole paused, thinking back, then slowly nodded. Yeah, there was something. Vision. Just for a second. What did you see? Talveth asked. Cole hesitated. A temple. Not this one. Older. Buried in the sand. And a device, round, pulsing, with light. Zari's face turned pale. The star core? Talveth's voice dropped low. That's impossible. The star core is a myth. Cole looked between them. Okay, someone want to tell me what this star core is? Zari explained. It's said to be the heart of the Guardian. A relic from the time before Velrathi. The thing that gives it power and binds it to its rider, Cole frowned. So I saw the thing that controls the beast? Talveth corrected. Not controls. Completes. Everyone was silent. Then Cole asked, "Why does it matter?" "Because," Zari said, "if you saw it, it means it's real. And the flame is guiding you to it." Later that evening, in the private chamber of the High Command, maps and old scrolls were laid across a long table. Zari traced her fingers over a star chart. If the vision is true, the temple lies in the dead dunes south of the Obsidian Range. "That's a death zone," said one warrior. "No life survives out there." Cole leaned over the map. "So let me guess, we're going there anyway?" Zari gave a small smile. "You catch on fast?" Talveth looked at his daughter. "You'll guide him. Take only who you trust." "I trust him," she said without hesitation. Talveth looked at Cole. "Find the star core. Bring it back. If it connects to you fully, it may unlock the Guardian's full potential." Cole nodded. "And if someone else is looking for it?" Talveth's voice turned grim. "Then you may not be the only one the flame has touched." The next morning, Cole stood at the gates of Valrathi, backpack slung, rifle charged. The Guardian waited nearby, calm but alert. Zari approached, dressed in lighter armor and a desert cloak. "You ready?" "Born ready," Cole said as the Guardian knelt, allowing them to climb aboard. This time, Zari sat behind him, gripping tightly as they rode out. The city behind them grew smaller. Ahead nothing but endless sand and wind. Cole looked back once. The alien people waved. A hero was leaving, and something greater was waiting. Hours into the journey, the desert turned cruel. The sun burned white. The wind whipped sand into their faces. But the Guardian moved without fear, each step strong and sure. Zari leaned closer to Cole. "Do humans always ride monsters into the unknown?" Cole smirked. "Only the interesting ones." Suddenly, the Guardian stopped. Its nostrils flared. It growled softly. Cole tightened his grip. "What is it?" From the sand ahead, a shadow moved, then another, and another. Dozens figures rose from the dunes, dark armored, silent, glowing eyes. Zari gasped. "They followed us." Cole narrowed his eyes. "Who are they?" She shook her head. "They don't wear any known banner. But I've heard rumors, a rogue faction that wants the Guardian for their own." The figures raised weapons. Cole raised his rifle. "Well, they'll have to go through me first." The Guardian roared, and the desert turned to war. The sand exploded. Blades of plasma cut through the hot air. The rogue warriors, cloaked in black and armed with alien tech, charged without a word. They moved like ghosts, as silent, deadly, fast. Cole didn't flinch. "Hold on tight," he shouted to Xari. She wrapped her arms around his waist as the Guardian leapt forward with a roar, crashing into the sand army like a living comet. The beast's claws swept wide. 3 enemies flew back, armor cracking. Its tail slammed the ground, creating a shockwave that threw sand and bodies in every direction. Cole aimed his rifle, firing in tight bursts. One shot to the chest, another to the head. He didn't miss. "They're trying to surround us," Zari warned. Cole growled. "Not today." He guided the Guardian in a wide arc, cutting through the dunes. Enemy spears hissed through the air, narrowly missing them. Then, a blast struck the Guardian's side. It howled in pain but kept moving. Zari gasped. "They have shot cannons." Cole looked around quickly. He spotted one of the black-armored warriors loading another shot. "Hang on," he shouted. He jumped off the Guardian mid-run. Zari screamed, "Cole!" But he rolled on the sand, raised his rifle, and fired in a blur of motion. Bang dash bang dash bang. The shot cannon exploded in the rogue's hands, taking him out in a burst of fire and sparks. Cole stood and turned only to find another rogue charging at him with a twin blade. Too close. Too fast. But just before the blade struck, roar. The Guardian slammed its claw down, flattening the attacker. Cole blinked. Nice save, buddy. Zari guided the beast beside him. Next time, don't jump off without warning. Next time, I'll wear a parachute, he smirked, climbing. Back up. But the fight wasn't over. A loud hum filled the air. From the dunes, a massive machine rose. It looked like a floating fortress hovering above the sand, covered in sharp metal fins and heavy guns. Red symbols glowed across its surface. Zari's eyes widened. They brought a sand cruiser, Cole frowned. Looks like they really want that star core. Turrets turned toward them. Move! Zari yelled. The Guardian ran as plasma beams scorched the sand behind them. Cole looked up. We need to take that thing out, or we're not making it to the temple. Agreed, Zari said. But how? It's a flying fortress. Cole looked down at his wrist pad. I have one trick left. He tapped the screen. A countdown appeared. 045. Zari asked, What is that? A gift from Earth Command, he replied. Mini-core detonation. Short range, but it'll knock anything out of the sky. Where is it? Cole pointed to his backpack, strapped to my back. Her eyes went wide. You're insane, he grinned. Just brave enough. The Guardian charged up a dune. Cole aimed the pad at the cruiser. The lock-on. Beeped. Beep, 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 meep. Cole pressed the trigger. He tossed the pack high into the air. A bright flash erupted mid-flight. Boom! The cruiser shook violently, alarms blaring, its engine sputtering. One wing snapped off. The giant warship crashed into the sand, skidding and exploding. The rogue soldiers looked up in horror. Their strongest weapon was gone. The Guardian growled low. Then charged. Cole fired. Zari threw a plasma disc. The tide had turned. One by one. The enemies fell back, and then silence. The wind returned. The sand settled. The battle was over. Cole slid off the Guardian, breathing hard. Well, that sucked. Zari stepped down beside him. You saved us again, he smirked. I'm getting tired of this hero thing. She smiled, but then her gaze turned serious. That sand cruiser. It means someone knew where we were. Going, someone powerful. Cole nodded. Yeah, this star core. It's not just important to you. Others are hunting it too. She looked up at the horizon. A faint shape shimmered in the heat. A structure? Half buried in the sand. The temple. She whispered. Cole followed her gaze. Then let's not waste time. He looked at the Guardian. One more ride? The beast snorted, then knelt. They climbed up and rode toward the ancient temple, unaware of the eyes watching them from above. In a hidden ship, cloaked in the clouds, a figure in silver armor watched the feed with glowing red eyes. The human has come far, the figure said. But he's not the only one the Guardian responds to. They pressed a button on the console. Send in the chosen. Asterisk. The sun began to set as Cole, Zari, and the Guardian reached the ancient ruins buried in the sand. It didn't look like much at first, just broken stones and a half-buried entrance. But the moment they stepped closer, the air changed. It was colder, quieter, as if time itself had paused. This is it, Zari whispered. The Temple of Origin. Cole walked slowly, brushing dust off a faded wall. Strange symbols glowed under his fingers, faint blue patterns that pulsed like a heartbeat. Guardian stayed behind, growling low, but not with anger. It felt more like respect. Something about this place feels alive, Cole muttered. It is, Zari replied. They say the star core isn't just power. It's the memory of Valrathi, the Guardian's soul. As they moved deeper inside, torches on the walls lit one by one, reacting to their presence. Finally, They reached a wide circular chamber in the center, a stone pedestal, and resting on it. A small glowing orb. It was no bigger than a fist, but it pulsed with deep light blue. Silver gold like it held the stars inside. The star core, Zari breathed. Cole stepped forward, but paused. Is it safe to touch? No one knows, she said softly. Because no one's ever found it. Until now. Cole took a deep breath, then placed his hand on it. The room exploded with light. Blinding flash pulled him out of the world. Suddenly, Cole stood in pure darkness. Floating stars surrounded him. Time felt frozen. Then, he saw them. Figures. Tall, glowing beings. Neither fully alien nor human. They spoke without words, their voices like wind and thunder. You are the outsider. Yet the flame chose you. You are not a Velrathi, yet you carry its heart. Cole stared. What do you want from me? Not want? Offer. A guardian needs balance. Power must have purpose. You have both, but you are not the only one. Another shape appeared, a man in silver armor. His eyes glowed red. His presence brought cold and fear. He was trained to control. You were born to lead. Cole narrowed his eyes. Who is he? The other. He seeks the star core, but not to protect. To command. Cole clenched his fists. Then I'll stop him. If you take the star core, you take the burden. The guardian will follow you forever. Your fate will be tied to Velrathi. Cole didn't hesitate. I accept. The voices faded. The light returned, and Cole opened his eyes back. In the temple, he was holding the star core in his hand. It pulsed with his heartbeat. Zari stared. You bonded with it, Cole nodded, and I saw someone else. A threat. Suddenly, boom. The temple doors shattered open. The figure from the sky descended, silver armor shining, red eyes glowing. The star core, he said, stepping forward. Give it to me. Cole stood firm. Not a chance. The figure smirked. You think you're worthy? You're just a human scavenger. I'm the one the flame chose. The armored stranger raised his hand. A dark energy whip appeared. You want to protect Velrathi? He sneered. Then die with it. He charged. Cole ducked, rolled, and fired, but the stranger blocked it mid-air. Zari tossed Cole a small blade. Use it. Cole caught it, eyes locked on the enemy. The guardian roared outside the temple, trying to reach its rider, but the energy field around the temple kept it out. The two men clashed. Sparks flew. Steel met shadow. But with each second, Cole grew stronger. The star core pulsed brighter in his chest, feeding him strength. Finally, Cole found an opening. He slammed the blade into the enemy's chest. The stranger gasped. Light exploded from his armor. No. I was chosen. Boom. His body vanished in a pulse of energy. Silence returned. The barrier faded. The guardian rushed inside. Roaring with pride. Cole stood tall, chest rising, the star core glowing in his hand. Zari ran to him. It's over. He looked at her. It's just beginning. Weeks later, back in Velrathi Prime, the city was alive again. New buildings rose. Hope returned, and in the center of the capital, a statue was built, of a human riding the guardian. Below it, words carved in 3 languages. Was not born of Velrathi, but he saved it. Cole stood beside Zari, watching the people pass by. So, he said, still think I'm just some scavenger? She smiled. You're our guardian now. He looked at the beast who sat quietly nearby, eyes calm, then back at her. No, he said, smiling. We are the guardians.